Welcome back to the channel, RevKevRC. No, there's nothing wrong with your computer, and there's nothing wrong with your eyes. Everything is fine, except everything has just been turned upside down. Or maybe everything has just been made enormous. Well, there is a new kid on the block. But is he new? Or is he just wearing a new suit? This is a question of old. What came first, the chicken or the egg? One ponders. What I have on the bench is the only one of these I have seen on YouTube in the United States. I'm not saying that I'm the only one who has one. I'm just saying I haven't seen anybody else. You see these pretty readily on YouTube in other countries and Facebook, places like that. But this is going to be an unboxing. Yet another exclusive for RevKevRC. This is 6th scale, pretty big, pretty impressive crawler. We're going to do the unboxing right now, and we're going to talk about what it is, what it isn't, and some other cool features about it. But let me just pull it out a little bit. There you go. You have probably already heard of this RC, and if you haven't, you may have heard of its cousin from Redcat, the Redcat V something. Why is it escaping my brain right now? Vertex, the Redcat Vertex. Well, if you are an RC crazy person like I am, perhaps you know that the Rockslide by YiKong and the Redcat Vertex are, at a minimum, brothers. Their DNA is basically identical. The only difference that I can detect from the cage and body down is the steering servo and probably the shifting servo, which is not really a shifting servo in the traditional sense. It controls your under/overdrive. Yeah, so aside from the body, because the Vertex has just a standard kind of a coyote looking Proline cheater dovetail looking truck body that we've seen over and over and over and over again in the competition crawler type world. Where's my coyote? That's way over there. You know what the Vertex looks like. If you're watching YouTube and you're watching RC content, you already know what the Vertex looks like. So I don't think I need to belabor the point any further. That those two, and if you, they're essentially the same thing. But it's a point of, I don't want to go back and forth with people about which one is the better value. I paid $569 for this. I think it was under $600 for this, and that's delivered, right? AliExpress. Now, that's significantly less than the Redcat. And in my opinion, this thing is way better looking. It's way better looking. And it has arguably better electronics. Not the servo per se. The Redcat comes with a 70 kilogram servo. I don't know if it's really that good. Everybody usually changes servos out anyway, but this is a 60 kilograms, so 10 kilograms is a pretty decent difference. But I'm not worried about that. They both have the exact same Hobby Wing Fusion 8 RTR version. So that's the same. They both have the same gearbox, transmission, frame, that ladder style frame. They both have the same shocks. They have the same axles. They both have the same double jointed steering axles in the front. They're the exact same thing. And I went online on my computer and I was able to find the parts manual and all that for this one and the Redcat. Granted, it was easier for the Redcat, but and if you get one of these, you'll need to look up the Redcat manual for this, because this does not tell you anything about how to program the ESC. It gives you a very good exploded diagram of all your parts. I mean, down to every single screw and the length of the screw and all of it, where it goes, everything. You probably couldn't ask for a better exploded diagram type parts layout than what is available for this. So the Redcat, about the same, but you do get more information on how to program the ESC and things like that. They both tell you how to bind and how to calibrate and things like that if you have to. So let's go ahead and pull this out of the box and we'll have a good look at it on the bench. Let's see. Yeah, we're good. Now this thing has got the tape on it, but it's had a long journey. This came in a larger box that's over there. I just didn't want to have to try to cut all that tape and do all this with you guys on camera, because it's a lot. My bench isn't big enough. So those are still intact. Let's see what it looks like out of the box. Oh, real quick, you can see I got the blue one. And what else? It's so yeah, here's your Hobby Wing. Comes with Dumbo 6-channel. The Redcat only comes with a 4-channel. And the Redcat receiver is only good up to 8.4 volts. The Dumbo 6-channel receiver in the truck is good up to 10 volts. So we'll see what this thing's actually running, and adjust if necessary, because I don't know. But I definitely think this looks way better. It looks more of what I want to play with. More like a big trail buggy. More all around fun. It's got some molded accessories and parts and good stuff in there. Let's see. Okay, it's definitely lighter by a lot than an SCX6. All right, got some tool bag, big wrench for your wheels, fairly standard. Should be a transmitter in here. Yeah, I like that it's big, but it's not super heavy. That's a good looking big crawler. So this thing is capable of running 3 and 4S. Shocks feel good. This has a hinged body. So you'll have, unlike the Vertex has like a clipless thing. There's like a thing in the front and then like a shaft that you run through here. And you can actually look right here in the frame and you can see the hole right there where that shaft is utilized on the Vertex. So with this one, you get switchable lights. You get that cool LED array up there that are controllable on the remote. You get the fire extinguisher. You get these, I don't know what these red things are. It's like an exhaust or, I don't know. It's cool though. It adds the depth and the character and the trail goodness. Oh, and also an interior with a driver and a navigator. Boy, this thing's got a lot of flex. Holy cow. And look at that. That's like 10 inches off the table, and the back wheels are still touching. Yeah, that's pretty legit. Let's see, can I go higher? That's almost exactly it. However tall this is, let's get our tape measure. Did I say 10? I'm at 8 and just a little over a quarter. I'm a guy. Everything looks longer to me. Pretty good, though. That's pretty good. And there's more adjustment left in the suspension because they have the adjustable. Let me pop this open. But let's just take a second and look at how much more interesting this is to look at than the Vertex. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not hating. This and the Vertex, according to YouTube, were co-developed by YiKong and Redcat. So I'm not mad. I just think that for what I like, this is a better value, regardless of the servo being a little bit less powerful. But I have a remote that allows me to program more things if I want, because I'm going to add some other lights. And I can add a higher power servo. And, well, in this application, I don't know what these lights can take. I need to pop this open, the receiver box, and see what this thing's running and if there's a rating on these lights. Because I don't want to burn those out. Because I could just run a direct power servo and avoid damaging anything. Yeah, it looks great. It looks super cool. In my opinion, this is a way better looking RC than the Vertex. But it's my opinion, and it's worth just that. The breath and the sound that it made coming out of my face. But let's pop this thing open here. It's got a nice cage. I'm going to raise this. There we go. It's got a nice cage in here. So our body pins are not our posts and our body pins are not interacting with the body underneath. So that's nice. I think that's a good feature. Very well braced. These posts right here locate into the cage. Right there. So when you do roll it, you have this to roll on, you have this to roll on, and then it's all supported right there, which goes into the frame itself. So if you do end up crashing this thing, it probably won't be the end of the world. Not to say it would be the end of the world for the Vertex, but I don't think that thing is framed at all from the videos that I watched. Everything else about this is basically identical in terms of function and parts. So let me rotate y'all a little bit closer there. Yeah. So you've got your same, your servo for your underdrive, overdrive. You have the same aluminum stamped chassis, same composite bracing, same shocks, same aluminum links with threaded steel inserts, same dual battery trays, same big main battery tray, same receiver box, same Fusion 8 under here. It's branded the same too. Same on and off button with the same cover. Same links in front. And also, it's not, oh shoot, oops. I'm not gonna break it before I even play with it. Same, I forget what they're called. But the thing that everybody was talking about and they didn't quite understand what it was for or why you would do it. That thing. There it is. Right there. This little insert so you can flop this around and change the, I guess, the effective length of this bar. It's on both sides. It's on the top and the bottom, and also over here. If I can get the camera to show it. Yeah. It's over here too. This side it's down here underneath because that's the same bar. So it has that same weird thing they built into the Redcat. Exo Caged, he swapped his to see what it would do, and the last video I saw, he wasn't quite sure what the heck it was for. So I don't know. Pull you out a little bit better. What's the word? Steering servo. Horn. 15T. This one has 3 holes. So you can adjust. If you don't get quite enough throw, you can adjust it a little bit more. What else? I think it's the same tires too. I mean, it's the exact same tires. These like kinda Baja Pros, but not exactly. It's the exact same ones. They are vented inside the wheel. That's just fine. I may vent these or close off the vents. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be a get it wet type of truck, but if it does get very dirty, I do like to just be able to hose them off, and I don't like water in my tires. And I also don't like venting the outside. That's just me. I do like this squish. I'm not entirely sold on closing the vents off on these, since this is kind of considered more of a performance big scale. So maybe I'll leave it open and just use this in the dry and not hose it off. Some people said, well, just take your wheels off whenever you clean it if you want to hose everything else off and get it wet. It's like, okay, well, there's 5 screws on each one of these, and then there's a wheel hub. So I don't think I don't want to do that. But that is the truck. Let's do the obligatory open the remote. We know there's a remote in here. This is going to be our beloved, tried and true Dumbo. Standard equipment for a lot of these RCs. And Dumbo is one of my favorites because they just work. They work. I might stick this on my DDF 350 just for the sake of controlling multiple cars with one radio. Although I might not. It's got all your normal stuff. Steering trim, throttle trim. I don't think Channel 5 does anything. You can hit the dip switches and change all that good stuff. One of these is going to be for the overdrive. And then one of these is going to be for the lights. So we'll see what happens. Let me get some batteries in it. We'll power this bad boy up. All right, this is a 3 and 4S capable RC. I've got a 4S here. This has got a plug that I don't use, but I've got a workaround knowing that this was going to happen. I don't advise doing this. I will be taking this off and putting my either going to be EC3 or an EC or IC3 or an IC or an IC5. EC5. Well, you know what I'm saying. But this is a hodgepodge of adapters. I only use these for charging batteries. Never these because I don't have these batteries. But, yep, that goes the other way. We're going to get us a battery in there and see what this thing acts like when we put it on 4S. Battery strap. If I didn't have this in here with it, it'd probably be long enough. It's a little short. I don't like the idea of this ridiculous adapter abortion hanging out. I just might have to let it go. Just leave it. I'm not going to go and jump it out of a window. But, all right, well, that's just going to do that then. All right, got some batteries in here. Turn that on. The button. All right. All right. That was the right sound. He's going here pretty smooth. Not a whole lot of fuss fighting. Not a ton of jiggle. That's cool. Servo's slow, but it's turning. Well, that's nice and light. It looks like it goes pretty slow. It's moving. I'm giving it just a little bit of throttle, and it's pretty slow. We could probably improve this servo. If the BEC's not up where it could be, we're going to check that out. All right, let's see what this one does. Okay, so our 3-position switch, the last position is on. So we've got 2 positions in here that are not being used. I could probably come up with something fun for that. Pretty good lights too. See what I mean? Like, you just kind of get more with this. You get the drivers, you get the lights. Will it perform as good? Like, probably not, simply because it's going to have more weight up high. But that is manageable. You could add weight low, or you could just be okay with something that doesn't perform like a competition crawler everywhere all the time. Speaking of that, I didn't show it, but this does have it. The skid. It's the same skid. It's got that angle. I don't know if it's obvious, but it is angled lower here and higher here. So it is, in fact, the exact same thing. Drag brake is really good. That's solid. Okay. So one of these, nothing. Good. Okay, I heard a servo. That's going to be our overdrive, underdrive. Let's see if I can capture that on camera. See the wheels turning. This is so much lighter than SCX6. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, I can see it. That front's moving considerably more. I think it's supposed to have like 30% overdrive. Let me take it off and we'll see what it looks like. So if you want to know, is it overdrive or underdrive? What I'm going to do is set the throttle at a speed on the trim, switch to over under, whichever one it is, watch it, and then switch back. If this one slows down, then it's overdrive. If this one speeds up, then it's underdrive. Because I don't remember. It's probably on the box right over there, but hey, we're going to see how this goes. The reason why I'm using the trim to do it is because you can't get your finger in the exact same spot every time. Oh, that's backwards. It would still work. Okay. Engage over under. Disengage. Okay, the rear sped up. When I disabled the function, the rear sped up. So that would be underdrive, not overdrive. Does it say that on the box? Stable driving. Crawler. Control torque rock crawler. Nope. Nowhere on the box can I see YiKong. Hold on. Equipped with overdrive for unmatched performance. It says it. It does say it. Am I wrong? Somebody tell me. I think I'm right in how I am assessing which one it has. Right? If you engage the feature that changes it from 50-50 and the rear is what slows down, that's got to be underdrive because the front does not speed up. The rear slows down. That has to be underdrive. See, now they got me thinking. Where's that box? Prop it up so I can do this without having to hold it. That's not enough. Sketchy-ish. Okay. I'm going to start it with the throttle trim. By the way, this is backwards. I have to roll the dial that way to go forward. It's probably because they didn't program the hobby wing. They just... Well, no, they would have to. I don't know. Whatever. I guess no. Yeah, they didn't program the hobby wing. They just flipped the dip switch. Okay. Same speed. Nah. Let's do the tape. Proper way, right? Do the tape. We'll make it extra obvious. Same. Which one of these slows down or speeds up? I say the rear slows down, the front stays going the same speed. Yeah. The back even stopped a little bit. Let's make it more obvious. Yeah. I say it's actually underdriven, and if somebody knows better, if I am just not understanding terminology, which is 1,000% possible. Now the rear is going the same speed as the front. So they're calling it overdrive, but to me that is underdrive because the rear has become underdriven because the goal is, of course, to have the front become faster than the rear. And they've accomplished that not by making the front go faster, but by making the rear go slower. So it is underdriven in the rear, not overdriven in the front. Somebody please correct me if I am wrong. I don't think I am. Of course, that is the way of the world. I think I'm right. I also think it doesn't matter. It's going to do the same thing. It's just a different way of doing it. So That is what I think. Somebody let me know. Am I right? If you don't know, that's cool too. But I'm pretty sure it's underdriven in the rear. But I'm pretty sure I don't care. Sort of leads me to believe, you know what? What does the Vertex say? And I wonder what the Vertex does. I am going to basically bet all the money it does the exact same thing. But I wonder if they call it underdriven or overdriven. Interesting. Yeah, this is cool. This is going to get put to work. I'm telling you that right now. So we've been going for 36 minutes. What I want to do is I want to pull up the programming stuff from Redcat on my computer. That way, if you get one of these, you can watch this video and see it. You could always go download it. It's the same thing. But if you're watching this, wondering how to program a Rockslide, there's only, because I already looked, there's 8 parameters to program. And one of them is certainly the BEC. So we're going to look at that. Right? Meow. Let me put this trim back to the exact center before I go crazy. Yeah. I'm a little OCD. It's too dark right now to go and run this thing. If you stick around to the end after I program everything, I might take it out here in the road and give it some hard pulls in 4th gear or on 4S 4th gear. That would be insane. It feels good though, and it sounds all right too. Oh, that's interesting. We see that? I don't have the trim perfect. Watch. Okay. So perfect to the Hobbywing system is slightly off to the right in there. Can you see it? It's a little hard to see, but that is pointing slightly off to the right. No big deal. We can live with it. Turn that off. Grab the old computer. I'm going to take you guys out of there. And show you what we got going on screen. All right, got you right in front of my laptop. This is about as good as it's going to get. We got Vertex pulled up here. Things look pretty familiar, don't they? Showing all that. Oh yeah, and the Vertex one is in color, so I do like that. I do like that. I have that battery. So all the general stuff, kind of your quick start, how to do things. Underdrive. They have called it underdrive, which leads me to begin to believe that the YiKong is more of a creation of Redcat than it is a creation of YiKong. The Rockslide is perhaps the imposter, and the Vertex is the original. Or it's just something in translation that got messed up. And just like all of us who are trying to understand what underdrive and overdrive are, maybe they did the same thing, because functionally they are the same thing. They do the same thing, but they definitely call it underdrive, and YiKong calls it overdrive. So that's a nice little discovery. Some things about their remote it's, push button, which it's fine, as long as they're very, very small increments of adjustment. Because with the dial, it's as clean and as minute as you can control your own fingers. But just fine. Radio, you can see, yeah, the receiver is only good up to 8.4 volts, and the Dumbo, having done my research, is good up to 10. Alright, it's going to tell you how to do your binding if you need to. It already comes that way. Let's see. Yeah, all your good stuff. All of this stuff is identical. Let's see. Yeah, because that's just describing what's in the motor ESC combo. This entire bit here about features for the ESC and motor do not exist in the YiKong one. Most importantly, your motor pairing, that's in there. This does not exist in the YiKong one, but it is applicable. I sure would like this to go away. I don't want you here. Yep, I guess I just have to deal with you. Pull this over. No, don't do that. Don't do that. All right, good enough. So take a good look at this. We don't like that either. It should look okay on your screen, or when this comes out in video, it might just be a bunch of trippy, flippy nonsense. But so you got parameters that we can adjust, and I'm going to do that. In fact, that's one of the reasons why this laptop is out, so I can do it right now. And we'll choose what we want. But this is on page 9. If you look over here, it's on page 9, and there is a lot of other stuff. We got 30 pages of manual in here. And they even tell you, like, you got to use one of these. It doesn't tell you to get a Hobbywing one, but that's what it is. All this good stuff. There's your parts. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the YiKong one. It's on the next tab. It's open. Yeah. There's your front wheel weights. Your exploded parts. These even gives you the length. The YiKong one does not have the length, but they are the exact same part. All your shocks. Yeah, you get it. This is it. You can go on Redcat's website and download this for free. So here's the YiKong one. Let's see, just home. You're gonna have to get used to looking at what I'm assuming is Chinese. It's the main language, so it comes first. This one is 26 pages, so there is clearly less because there's 2 languages on here, and there are 4 less pages. That doesn't bother me, and hopefully it won't bother you if you really like the look of this and the price that you can find it for. All the information that you might want is available. There's all our, it's just telling you what everything does. They conveniently do not describe what channel 5 does because it doesn't do anything. You can probably put something on there if you want to, say if you swapped out into the Fusion 8, the one you buy that's not part of the RTR, that has the additional wire to adjust your drag brake, you could probably use that knob for that. I never use that knob. I just put it on like the auto, bug flying around, and let it ride. All right, it's just telling you that. Turn it on. There's the button. It goes forwards and backwards. It turns left and it turns right, and here's how you adjust the trims if it doesn't work right. Things that we're all fairly familiar with. If the steering or throttle is backwards, you just flip 1 or 2, whichever one it is. 1 is obviously steering, 2 is obviously throttle. 3 and 4 are the 2 buttons up on top. That one and that one. So if you get yours and you press 4, and if you want the default to be no underdrive, but with the light off, but you find that when it comes out of the box, the light is on, just flip the number 4 dip switch. And if you don't like it on number 4, you can plug it in the number 3. It'll be just fine. What else? We're at 46 minutes here. Okay, we got some repair stuff. They're probably just going to tell you to check all your screws. Yeah. Lubricate, metal. Yep. This is pretty neat. The parts explosion, they're much bigger. I do like that. See, it gives you the bearing measurements, part numbers and bearing measurements for all that stuff. I think the parts diagrams, exploded view, and all that stuff is done really well. And here's the double jointed front drive steering knuckles, CVD, whatever they're called, universals. Interesting. This is not a portal. They've called it a portal. I think there's just language things happening here. So yeah, so these are threaded steel, plastic, aluminum. And the end, one of these ends ought to be probably a 2.5 or 2 millimeter hex. Yeah. So you can screw it in. Well, got some bent ones. Yeah, I think the parts breakdown for this, for reassembly purposes, may be better. Yeah. I like this one. Now, a fun thing you can do if you bought a Vertex and you get bored with it, you could just buy all the relevant parts and swap it into a YiKong, to a Rockslide. Also, the Vertex only comes in 1 color, which is kind of dumb. But this thing comes in 3 colors: red, green, and blue. Yep, there's your weights. You could probably find these on AliExpress, because I haven't looked recently, but the Redcat serialized part was on back order because everybody wanted it. Yep, there's all your lights. Pretty neat. Oh yes, and it tells you, what did I just see? Something in here that was interesting in how they labeled it. I think it was they give you the teeth count. Thought that was neat. Some of these strange ways of phrasing things. Sinistral, dextral. Like, you can tell that one spins and engages one way, and that spins and engages the other way. So that's probably what that means. $15T. That's going to be the pinion for the motor. See, it's got the hole. Well, every screw on here. Every single one of them. Yeah. Very thorough, I thought. I think it's nice whenever you buy something that is not available. Oh, I didn't see that before. I wonder, this is not in the Redcat one. I think. What do you think this means? This is the Vertex conversion kit, body retrofit kit. That's insane. And you can buy it as a whole kit. It's not even that many things. I thought it'd be more. That's crazy. Yeah, they're the same thing. I think after looking at that, I'm kind of thinking that maybe the YiKong was first, because I'm pretty sure it came out first. And there's their retro kit, which is called the Vertex in the States. This is very, very interesting. Yeah, let me pull up theirs. There is no option to buy this kit, the YiKong Rockslide kit. In that spot, there is a sticker pack. Oh, here's your servos. There's your exploded parts. All right, these are pretty good. These are pretty good. I think they show you all the exploded stuff after all the parts, just like opposite of what the Rockslide is. But there is absolutely nothing in here about getting a Rockslide body. It's page 30. That's it. That's the end of the line. Very interesting. I don't know. I'm thinking the Rockslide was first, and the YiKong or Redcat bought some rights to it somehow. I don't know, and I don't really care. We're all gonna get what we want. We're gonna buy the thing that we like. Like, I don't hate that, but it's not even close to as cool as that, in my opinion. That's just like my opinion, man. So let me take the cover off this thing. There's just 2 screws. One there, and we can get to the plug. I'll pull up the Redcat program page, and we'll see what we see. All right, we got the cover off. That's it. There's a hole for the button. 2 screws. Those are 2mm. There is a rubber plug that lives in here protecting that port. Whenever you plug this in, you're looking for, now this is for people who don't know anything at all, that pattern. See if I can get it to zoom or focus. This pattern, the negative on the left, the plus, and then that U-shape looking thing, that upside down U, that's your signal wire. Your program box is going to have one that looks just like that. What you're doing is the white wire, which is a signal wire, goes on the right side with the upside down U signal orientation. So ground, power, signal. Your program box, which is, this is the old standard, been around for everything, Hobbywing program card. I've used this for so many things, including some Spectrum stuff. So Hobbywing is in everything. But you'll notice that we're not using that one, we're using that one because it has the ground, power, and signal. White is the signal. So plug that in. The truck is off. You need to make sure the truck is off with a battery in it when you do this, and then turn it on. It doesn't matter if the remote's on. All right. So we have, let's see if I can make this bigger. All right. It's probably as good as we're going to get. But number one, set on 1, which is the default. Let's just see. Oh, you know what? Let me go back. There's only 2 options, which is correct. So we're going to leave it at forward, reverse, and RPM matching. We're going to leave it like that. So go back. 1 and 1. Let me just hit reset. Oh wait, 1 and 1 is forward, reverse with brake. That's not what I had. Interesting. Let's reset that. We want 1 to be 1, forward, reverse. Do I want RPM matching? Let's see what this says. Forward, reverse, RPM matching. When the throttle trigger is pushed to reverse, the motor reverses immediately. When the resistance of the vehicle changes, the ESC will automatically adjust the torque output. Okay. Option 2, forward, reverse with brake, normal mode. The vehicle brakes the first time you push the throttle trigger to the reverse. Now we don't want that. So option 1 is what we want. So we're gonna select value. It cycles back to 1. Hit OK. You don't have to hit OK through all of them, but I do. You can wait to the end. All right, item 2 is cutoff. It's over here. It's got it medium. For 3, we're going to leave that. Item 3, motor rotation. That's set at 2, which is counterclockwise. So that is, we're gonna leave it where this says, because that's the default and it was already working. I'll leave that. 4 is BC. It's at 1. It's at 6 volts. That's sad. Let's hit value, and if we cycle through 3 of them, no, it only goes to 2. So this may only put out 7.4. We'll find out. So number 4, BEC voltage 7.4. Okay. So I guess it's possible this is not the same ESC, and this it might. It says the same thing on the box. Now let's just see. Drag brake, number 5. Default is level 6. This is at level 7, so this is strange. This doesn't even have 7 levels on any of these on this entire thing. Let's just click through the values. You got 1 through 7. If we assume that that's drag brake, let's just go back to 7 because I want full brake. Yeah, there's only 7. Item 6 is on 2. Drag brake. This has levels up to 6. Excuse me. This has levels up to 6, and that's parameter 6, which we're on. Drag brake rate is 2. It's on 2. Let's see how many values that we have. Okay, it's got 6, so that's probably right. I don't want it to be so fast because that's the rate at which it gets to fully locked. Let's leave it at 2, see how that goes, because I would like to be able to go full throttle and stop without it doing a flip. All right, 7 is at 4. 7 is max brake force, probably. The default over here is 4, which is at 55%. Let's leave that too. 8, it's at 4. Max reverse force. This one is at 50. This one is at, there are 4. Let's see. All right, 1 through 4. We have 4 options down here for number 8. So it was at 4 for reverse force. I don't think we need, let's go 75. We'll do option 3. And we go back, we got 1, 1, so that is correct. 2 is at 3. 3 is at 2. That was the default, so we're not going to touch it. 4 is at 2, which is now 7.4, hopefully. 5 is at 7, which was our drag brake force. It's all the way up. It's like 1 level higher than theirs somehow. 6, 2, yep. 7, 4, yep. Oh wait, I went to 7, 4, option 4, 70%. Drag brake. Oh, max brake. Yeah. I went to 4. Okay, they went to 4. Sorry, moving this back and forth is confusing me. So 7 is 4 on them, and 7 is 4 on us. 8 reverse is 75%. Yep. Okay. So that's all correct. Now, once you've done it, if you think you've got it right, you just turn the truck off. And then you can unplug this. Now, we're going to test it real quick. This video has already gone on for an hour. We'll see what I cut out. I'm just going to let this kind of chill over here, or maybe like that, because the body will stop it from moving. That way, if I need to adjust it again, I don't have to take it all back apart. But I'm going to get the body together, and we'll see how fast it is and if it doesn't flip. All right. So the motor rotation was backwards. So I might need to go in there and fool with that. I just flipped it on the switch real quick to see. But we're going to see what happens with the drag brake settings, because those are the ones I really care the most about. It stops pretty hard. All right, so what has happened is I flipped it on the remote to try to make it work, and what I'm getting is 75% throttle and 100% brake because I flipped it on the remote. So I need to go back in and swap that around the right way. Hold on. Okay. I do believe I got it right. I actually didn't do it. I wasn't wrong necessarily. I just wasn't paying attention. The box was correct. I was just watching the wrong parameter on the screen. I can say that I do believe the voltage is higher. That seems a lot faster. See if I can. Yeah, that seems a lot faster. Hopefully the LEDs don't die. There might be a special spot in there that powers LEDs only on like 5 or 6 volts. Dumbo RCs come that way a lot of times. So we'll see. Let's check and see what the drag brake is. I did go ahead and turn the drag brake or the brake maximum force down 1 level. See if we can get rid of that front flip effect. Seems like rear is still more powerful. This knob on here needs some grip. Yeah, I don't know. Got some pretty good punch. There was no punch adjustment on there. That looks faster than 75%. Yeah, the reverse seems faster. I don't know what's happening here. I wonder if they're just not compatible, the parameter settings. It's pretty jumpy though. Well, this video has gone on for like an hour. That is the unboxing. I'm gonna see if I can. I definitely got the BEC one correct because that is better. That is better. Might need to put a glitch buster in there because now the servo's more hungry, or at least it can take more because it's rated to 8.4 or 7. Yeah, it's rated to 8.4. But I might just do a direct power in this thing. Although I don't know, we'll see. There's something called a glitch buster you can put in there that will make the lights not go flickery and want to brown out when you put the servo under a lot of load. It's like a little capacitor that stores a little bit of power on the side. That's kind of what it does. But that's it. That's the unboxing for the Rockslide, the YiKong Rockslide. It's actually pretty cool. It's certainly fast enough. And it may be my imagination. Does it look like it's going faster in reverse to you guys? It looks the same, which it should be going slower. I think the drag brake is right because it doesn't move if I push on it. Yeah. So the rate is right. The hold and the rate are right. In the dirt, we wouldn't see it jumping that much, so it's probably fine. I think maybe it seems more aggressive in reverse because there's no battery in the rear. So the rear punch wants to do a wheelie. In the front, it doesn't quite do it because there's a big 4S battery in it. Anyway, I'll do some more messing with this thing. That's going to be the unboxing for the YiKong Rockslide, aka definitely not the Vertex from Redcat. Hope you all enjoyed. Maybe you learned something. Maybe we all learned something. I don't know. But I will definitely see you in the next one, and you will see this one again on the channel 1 bajiggity billion%. Like, comment, subscribe, share, ring the bell, all that fun stuff. And I super appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.